Hello everyone, my name is AZZATRU, how are you, and welcome to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video of mine. And in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the emotes and victory poses I think that we would love to see in the game for Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous later this year when they do release for the game. Both of these characters have iconic looks and quotes from all different eras of the Star Wars universe. And, you know, it makes perfect sense to bring some of them into the game. And I actually got inspiration from a community request from Ben, the community manager, to make this video. So Ben put out a forum and Reddit post saying that they're working on the scripts for these two characters and they'd love our input to get a feel of what we would like to see, which is really awesome. We've never had anything like this at all for Star Wars Battlefront or Battlefront 2. So he said some of these will be iconic quotes while others will be new stuff specifically made for the game, which makes perfect sense and is a nice addition. We'd like your input on this, starting with Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous, alluding to that we're probably going to be getting the opportunity to do this with Anakin and Dooku in the future. So here is the question Ben proposes. If you could have any quotes or voice lines added for either of these two characters, what would they be? Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Well, I posted a bunch of Obi-Wan and Grievous quotes sticking from the films. Obi-Wan's actually in all three trilogies because he is in Force Awakens, and I had to get that "Rey, these are your first steps" line in there. But let's now talk about emotes for both of them then. What 4 emotes could each of them have to unlock? Well, this is my thoughts. Starting with Obi-Wan, the number 1 is "Hello there."
Hello there.
And Ben did say "Hello there" is on the list, so whether it's an emote or a banter voice line between Grievous and Obi-Wan, I'm unsure, but I'd love to be able to spam "Hello there," right? Surely most of us would like to do that. Well, that would be number 1, I think, on the list. Just going "Hello there." It's short, most voice lines are long, so this is a little bit different. I think for the second one, "If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine," would be a very good one. It would be really good and would allude to older Obi-Wan. I think that would be fantastic. And then the third voice line I think should be "My allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy," because, you know, although it is towards Anakin when he says that, and they're going to be fighting on the same team in this game, I just think that's a fantastic voice line from Episode 3, and if we do get that Episode 3 outfit of Obi-Wan, then it makes perfect sense he says that. And for the fourth and final emote, it has to be "I've got the high ground," right? It just has to be, even though, again, that is towards Anakin, still, it makes sense. It can just be abused, if you want to say that. It's great. I think some of the voice lines that could replace these emotes could be "These aren't the droids you're looking for," but that's already in the game for the troopers. I don't think they'd want to put that in for Obi-Wan. "So uncivilized" would be a nice addition, I think. It's a bit short though. Same goes for "Hello there," I guess. But another one could be "Only a Sith Lord deals in absolutes," but I think that would probably be when you get close to Vader or someone like that. When you're fighting them, that's one of the voice lines that just happens naturally. As for Grievous, I think the best one is "Your lightsabers will make a fine addition to my collection." That would be fantastic, but I can totally see that happening just as a standard voice line anyway, because it's more specific towards the Jedi. "Army or not, you must realise you are doomed" is a good one, and I'd love to see that emote. "Crush them, make them suffer" would also be another fantastic emote, I think. And "You fool, I've been trained in..." It's in the film as "your," but it would still work if it says "The Jedi Arts" by Count Dooku. This again could be used as just a generic voice line if you happen to see Luke or Obi-Wan in the game. This is just a voice line that happens from Grievous. Another one I think could potentially make emote status is "Back away, I will deal with this Jedi slime myself." But again, that is kind of specific, but there is specific emotes in the game for different heroes and whatnot, but I just feel like a lot of these may not be but these are straight from the film anyway. Now let's move on to victory poses, because although these aren't the most interesting things, if you are going on a huge win streak with one of these characters, you want them to look good at the end of the round, right? So the number one for Obi-Wan has to be his iconic stance where he's pointing his finger and then lifts the lightsaber above his head. Like, we see that many times throughout the saga, in the films and the TV shows. It's got to be there. The next victory pose I think we shall see is the one where he's a bit more reserved. This is when he's a little bit older and he's fighting Maul, he's fighting Vader, and he's got the lightsaber close to him and he's ready to take on whatever, but he isn't as forward as usual. It's just a really good battle victory pose, I think, and would definitely fit in terms of the context of the game. For the third victory pose, I think this look where he's going a little bit forward, his face is less reserved, and he's definitely giving it something with that lightsaber would be a nice addition for pose 3. And for pose 4, I would have said having the lightsaber sort of going out and the other hand going out as well, like sort of using the Force would be a nice addition, but wouldn't necessarily look right from the angle it is in Battlefront 2. I think having his lightsaber down one side and his arm away the other would be a really nice one, because that is kind of an iconic pose if you like the prequels. Now let's talk about the General's victory poses. So without a doubt, it has to be his forward sort of buzzsaw attack where he's got all 4 lightsabers coming towards you. That would just look epic on a victory screen. Another one with 4 lightsabers drawn is this one. I really like this personally. It definitely shows his size off and his width, and it will just look fantastic. Like, can you imagine seeing all 4 of those lightsabers and arms just everywhere? It would just look incredible. Now, the next 2 victory poses are going to be ones that feature 2 arms instead of 4, and I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be able to get 2 armed poses, because if the gameplay only supports 4-arm gameplay, then we don't know if they're going to be able to switch it to 2. We just don't know yet. But anyway, I love this stance. It's from the promotional material from Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, and it just looks fantastic, you know. Having those 2 lightsabers coming towards you with really big arms, it looks great. And for the 4th pose, I think there should be something from the Clone Wars 2003 TV show. Just a little bit of throwback. I know it's not canon anymore, but just give him a little bit of a funny pose that looks cool and is unique compared to the others. So that concludes the emotes and victory poses video for Obi-Wan and General Grievous. I'm going to be doing a video just like this for Anakin and Count Dooku. So if you have any thoughts on what I've discussed in this video, let me know down in the comments. And of course, leave your suggestions for Anakin and Dooku's in the comment section below as well. Check out any of the 2 previous videos on screen if you did miss them. And I shall see you all in my next Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Goodbye.